Okay, I think this is the right one. I think this is the right one. Making sure I have right recording. It says recording. I don't know. It's not my note taker, but um,
Yeah, I think it popped up for me too, saying that
all
was
right.
recording.
We'll just make this work. I think it. Let me just make sure. One sec. All right. Perfect. How we doing?
You all right? How you doing?
Doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. It's football Sunday, so you know, starting the call. I know the Bills and the Jaguars are on right now, but he's got this. You got it on?
Yeah, I
What's the
got it on
score?
right now.
What's the score?
Uh, it's tied at 0 still.
Perfect. Who do you want? Who do you got on that?
Bills
Yeah, same.
for
I
sure.
think Josh Allen's gonna pop off low key.
I hope so, man.
Yeah.
So
So Chandler, if you just want to like introduce yourself and yeah, we can go ahead and get started.
yeah, my name is Chandler. I'm 24 years old. Um, been a client of EJ's for how would you say now? About 5 months, you think?
Yeah, sounds about right.
In those 5 months, I have grown a lot. Not just size, but in here too. Um, I remember our first conversation before I became your client. We were up at Cliff Cave. Um, we were just spitting out some nonsense, and after the walk, we had like an hour just sitting outside our car, just having a deep conversation. And that conversation just like opened up my mind. Like I've always been I don't like I've always had like a different mindset. And, like want to do this, want to do that. Like I never really had like I don't know, like a path per se. And like that conversation that we had really opened up that path to me. It was a lot more clear than it used to be. And just these past 5 months, man, I mean, changes in my body physically, but mostly mentally. And the steps I have taken in the past 5 months is more than the steps I've taken in the past like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
It's been
100%. It's been a long ride so far, man.
as very, very
So
long,
yeah,
very
yeah, you
long.
weren't a beginner when we started. Obviously, you were already pretty big, pretty strong. You had your way in the gym. How long you been training for before we started? Would you say like th was it 4 years or so?
Yeah,
Or like
because
I guess like seriously. Like I know you worked out in high school,
yeah,
obviously for football, but
yeah. I first started whenever I was 18, but I started to take it seriously like probably whenever I was around 2021.
okay. Yeah. And despite being in shape, like what would you say like what still felt frustrating or like stuck for you? Like in your life or fitness or anything?
A lot of things, really. I mean, in fitness, I never really had like a structured program. Like, I just go to the gym and I would do like the most random shit, like thinking like on chest day, I go in there, I do some bench press, I do some flies, and then next week I'll switch it up. I'll go do like a machine press and like a different kind of fly. And like my workouts are always different, so it was really hard for me to track progress.
Yeah.
And obviously, doing that isn't very beneficial to you at all. And progress was stagnant for a long time. And I never really pinpoint like the reason why. I just kind of thought, oh, my diet's off. Oh, my sleep's off. My stress is too high. But in reality, it was just my fucking weak ass program that I was doing. So after I noticed that building a structure, is probably a good idea for the gym if I want to, progress. And I kind of thought about that the same way, outside of the gym too. Like having a structure is so important. It's so huge. Like as I would go in the gym and like, oh, I'm gonna do this and do that. I'll do the same thing outside of that. Like, well, I'm gonna wake up at 5 a.m. I'm gonna go run for 45 minutes. I'm gonna read 30 pages. I'm gonna do this and do that. But like I get so burnt out so fast because I'd never had a structure to what I was doing. So after I built that structure for the gym, it really helped me build that same structure in my actual life
Yeah.
outside of work.
Take it took the decisions out because I know
So
you got, busy man have a lot of decisions to make throughout the day. Um, you know, like obviously like you have a house, girlfriend, job, like there's a lot of decisions to make. So trying to make it a little bit easier, at least on the fitness side, makes it easier, but also with your life. And I know we've been growing them legs. We've been, we've been growing them legs.
yeah.
Um, Obviously, like the mindset has been, a big thing that we've grown. We'll get into that later, but why were like legs the big thing that you want to grow? Like, what was the big thing with that? Because, like no one really comes and just like, yeah, I want to grow my legs. Like,
Right. I mean, my biggest insecurity growing up was my skinny ass legs. I mean, for being fucking super tall throughout high school, like I was probably like 6'1", 6'2", like my junior year of high school. And playing football, I got made fun of all the time, all the time. Because like I had a pretty built upper body, but my legs were fucking sticks.
yeah,
Skinny ass legs, couldn't squat much. Like my bench was higher than my squat weight, which was insane even think about. And even after high school, like legs, I just kind of like just neglected. I didn't really spend too much time on it because I didn't really care about my legs. I just wanted to look good up here. And obviously, after a period of time doing that, it kind of looks a little fucked up, seeing the difference in proportion. And I mean, it went on for years. I mean, like I thought I was like really training legs, and I just go do hack squat, maybe a few leg curls and leg extensions and calf raises, and I call it a fucking workout.
yeah,
And after doing that for so long and not really seeing any progress on my legs, I mean, it kind of just made me a little bit more insecure on my physique in a whole.
frustrating too, I'm sure.
And I mean, just doing push pull legs like forever, my entire career in lifting, I've always done a push pull legs. And I go super crazy on the push days, so go super crazy on the pull days, and then once the leg day comes, I was like, ah, like I just didn't want to do anything. I just half-ass it and call it a day. But when I switched to an upper lower split and really had to force myself to really, push my legs more because I'm hitting it twice a week now. And after doing that for a few months, I kind of just fell in love with it. Like I enjoyed hitting legs. I enjoyed the pain of it because that was always the biggest aspect for me was it fucking hurts.
Yeah.
Like leg days fucking hurt more than any other fucking muscle group. But I don't know, just after doing the upper lower split for so long, I just kind of, like I get so hyped for leg days because it's hard. It's really fucking hard, but you just have to find enjoyment in that. And I did eventually. And after doing that, legs started growing. Legs
Yep.
started growing. I got this huge boost of fucking motivation and inspiration to get them even fucking bigger. And then I had you create those workouts for me, and I could actually track the weight I'm doing and actually seeing my weight progress. It helped even more.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I had a PR on deadlift. I was fucking so hyped. I'm like, next week, I'm gonna fucking smash that PR. And I just kept that same mindset going through. And I let fucking time do its thing. And eventually my legs just got bigger and bigger and bigger
And stronger.
and
I'm
stronger.
about to say,
That was huge.
like, what changes have you noticed, like, in your legs, like, since, like, training with more intention? Just the size, the strength, even in, even in the circumstance of, I know what you've talked about bodybuilding before,
You know,
even in like those poses maybe down the line, to be able to add that size, like what like big changes have you noticed, I guess?
definitely more um just the muscle volume. Like whenever I flex my quads, I can literally see like almost every muscle fiber that's just like surrounding my quad and like that giant teardrop. Like it's fucking sick. I love looking at it. And my hamstrings too, like the side profile, because my quads have always been like the powerhouse of my legs. It's always
Yeah.
been the most standout thing on my body. And after I started to kind of not like fully eliminate quads, but not hit them as frequently, and I'd focus more on the quad aspect of it. And over time, my quads or my hammies started to fill out and it looked more proportional. And just growing my hammies made my legs look twice as big just from doing the fucking hammies. And again, like the side profile was just seeing that was so crazy to me because like I've always looked at my legs from the front, not really the side or the back because I don't know, this hammies fucking suck
Hmm.
really bad. But after I started to do some side chest poses and like really flexing those hamstrings, I was like, holy shit. Like I didn't know that muscle even fucking existed, but it's there, you know?
Yeah, it was funny because we were talking the other night, a little check-in call in. I was looking at the weight. I'm like, holy shit,
You know,
this guy's ripping 4 sets of 245 for 10 reps. And the thing is, if you got a lot of you guys don't know how we've been training. It's a lot of it's not, obviously going back and forth, just trying to get the reps done. It's a lot of with intention. It's a lot of eccentric. It's a lot of, a certain amount of rep range till failure. We've also been warming up. We've been doing pre-exhaustion with hamstring curls, keeping a couple reps in the tank before we hit our compound, um, which just helps feel the muscle. Because obviously, Chandler can go in there and do a lot more. We know that. But trying to actually grow the muscle, you want to make sure you're training it right with intention. Um, so the strength has definitely gone up. And what would you say is like what have people noticed mainly like with your legs that they didn't notice before? Like if has there been people that come up to you, or if people were to look at you, like what do you think they would be saying right now? Like,
if I know if I saw some folks from high school who'd see me now, they'd be like, what the fuck happened to you? Um, I have gotten a few um compliments on my legs in the past, just from people that I've seen like normally at the gym like every day. Like seeing people at the gym you see almost every day. Like you can slowly start to see their progress, and it's super cool thing about it too to see that. But
yeah, seeing
I've had a
somebody
few
in the gym.
guys, yeah, like I've had a few guys being like, "Damn, bro, your fucking legs are growing like crazy. Like, what are you doing?" And it's again, it's
Mhm.
hugely inspiring to me to be able to hear that and actually see people noticing my own progress that I might not be able to fully see for myself. And I mean, again, for me, like just like all my shorts and my pants are like super tight around my fucking legs now. Like I've never experienced that before. Like all my boxers and underwear are getting super tight, and it's just like holy shit, like this is actually happening. And like even like my suit pants and my jeans that I bought like 2 years ago, they don't fit me anymore, like
Mhm.
at all. They will not go on my fucking legs, and it's just crazy to be able to see that progress.
Yeah, 100%. And your effort has shown the results. All it takes is effort and it takes intention
Hmm.
because a lot of people they don't have either. They don't have either of those. But if they can have the right intent, the right structure to it, and then they can go and give the effort, train hard as heck, and train with their structure, that's when they really start to put on size or even lose the body fat or anything like that. Cool. So we're gonna go into like more of the mental and life shift next. So how has your structure been so far, day to day, since we started? Like for the most part, like the average day.
So we're doing a little flashback to what I used to do before then. So my mornings were typically so I had to be at work at 9 o'clock. My mornings used to be I'd wake up at like 7:30, 8 o'clock maybe, get on my phone right when I wake up. You know, I'd slowly just will out of bed. I put on some deodorant, change my clothes, eat some random fucking breakfast, go to work. On all my lunch breaks at work, like I have two 10-minute breaks and then a 30-minute break. All my breaks, I'm just scrolling, I'm playing fucking Clash Royale, just fucking dopamine maxing, and I'd get off work, I go hit the gym for an hour and a half, and come home, eat a little post-workout meal, drink a protein shake, shower, lay in bed, and back to
Scroll.
scrolling,
Nightly scroll, you got to hit it.
watching TV for like an hour or two, go to bed like at 11 o'clock midnight, and I would repeat that every single day. And vaping too. I did not mention
Yeah.
that. Lots of vaping and smoking weed. I'd smoke weed before I go to bed too. But I mean, that was about a year and a half ago. I quit smoking weed early last year, so that was a big help. But since we had that conversation out at Cliff Cave a few months ago, my entire structure changed completely, and it's just the way I looked at life and looked at my goals. Like, because like I'd always just think like a miracle was going to happen. Like, oh, I'll just wait for the opportunity. I'll wait until this happens. I'll wait until that happens, and always waiting for something to happen, even though I knew deep down it wasn't going to happen. Like I knew I had to take action
Most
myself,
people.
and I don't know, like I had a decent amount of books just sitting on my bookshelf that I bought in the past and never read. I mean, great books that, have tons of valuable knowledge. And I just had them sitting there. And I was like, you know what, man? Learning from the 75 hard, never I was reading, like it was nice. Like I learned a lot. I built good habits. But after the 75 hard, I kind of just veered off of that. And I kind of just applied that same mindset from that to my daily life. And first thing I did was read this book right here,
Atomic
Atomic
Habits.
Habits. This book helped me eliminate my bad habits and replace them with good habits. I highly recommend that book to anybody who's struggling with that because that really helped me build my structure to what I have now. And fast forward to now, my day is this. I wake up at 6 a.m., cold shower. I know that sounds crazy, but it helps immensely. Cold shower. I go drink my creatine with my electrolytes because part of the reason why you wake up so like groggy and it's like is because you're dehydrated and like you need those
Yep.
electrolytes first thing in the morning to wake your ass up. And like cold shower definitely helps with that part too.
Oh
So
yeah.
I drink that, and then I pop in my little office here. I set a 1 hour timer. Well, first I do my devotions to
Hmm.
God. I'll read a page out of the Bible, and then for an hour I'm crushing a book. But it's not just any book. I'm reading it with intention and for a reason. Like just reading a few pages ain't gonna do you shit. I mean, yeah, it might feel good for you. Like,
Right.
oh, I read 10 pages, but you have to do something with that knowledge. I have a binder loaded with notes from these books I've read. Um, but yeah, I'll set the hour timer. I'll read for an hour. After I'm done reading, I'll go through my notes to what I just read, make sure I understand it. After that, it's about I want to say it's about 7:45 ish to 8 o'clock. I'll go make my breakfast. I stay off my phone. I do not touch my fucking phone in the morning. That shit is put away. I'll eat my breakfast, drink some more water. I'll pack my lunch for work. Um, Leave the house about 8:30. Go to work. On my 10-minute breaks, I'm walking outside, no phone. I'm walking,
Nature.
clearing my mind, um, doing some boredom, just purely thinking, not distracted by any fucking bullshit. Just some quiet time alone to where I can think. 30-minute break. I allow myself some phone time. I'll just check emails, texts, or whatever. Maybe like 10 minutes max. And the other 20 minutes, I'm just eating in silence. No music, no podcast, no video. I'm just fucking eating, just straight raw dog in it.
Crazy.
Um, After work, I go straight to the gym because I used to come home before the gym, but like it wastes like 30 minutes of my time. I don't have that time to waste anymore, so I go straight to the gym from work, work out for about an hour. Then I'll either choose some kind of recovery thing to do, if it's either the sauna or do like a massage chair, the red light therapy, some kind of some kind of recovery thing that's gonna help me, calm down after the workout, get me, get me settled. Because if I go straight from the gym to home, like I'm still like fucking amped up and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
I try
100%.
to try to cool down a little bit before I come home. Come home, eat dinner again, no phone, just straight raw dogging it, just eating. I'll take a shower. I'll do my skincare routine. And then it's lights off by 9 o'clock. I'll watch anime for an hour, and then it's bedtime.
Yeah.
That's about my structure day to day.
100%. And that's something that I'm gonna go back to like the training aspect is, man, talk about training hard, right? This guy, you have broken the system almost. I mean, we were training, we were doing upper body, we just switched, but we were doing upper and lower, and you'd be like, God, I'm just so freaking sore, man. I'm just going balls to the wall, and it's just, and I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
like more food, sleep, like how's your stress, and the recovery has definitely helped. Like getting in, where more recovery has definitely helped, especially
Yeah.
when you're training that hard. It's definitely something for you that really helped because man, you were going balls to the wall when you were working out back at the other gym, and man, I was just like, geez, man. But yeah, recovery is definitely a big part of it. But yeah, just a good structure is like Chandler just said right there, like a good structure, like a good structure where you're productive and you're not feeding into all the dopamine things, right? Getting rid of the vape, practicing the boredom, not scrolling all the time, all those types of things. Getting closer to your faith, which I want to ask you is like, how has like this carried over, like getting a good structure, getting after it every day, and be able to have the structure of the meal plan, the workouts, to be able just to put everything in there and see it, and also to be able to stay, I guess, locked in away from all the bad stuff. How is this carried over, like, into your faith and your business and your personal growth?
I mean, it's all tied in. I mean, I've always believed in like a higher power. I wasn't really close to God until uh, I'd say about a year ago. I was like, I've always veered away from faith because I felt like I didn't deserve God's love because old me, I was so invested in lust and envy and pretty much all the sins combined.
Yeah.
That's just who I was at that time, and I felt like I didn't deserve God's love. And over time, I realized that God loves every human being the exact same way. It doesn't matter who you are, God's always going to be there for you no matter what. And after I came to realize that and realized how I can walk by walk by God through my entire process. Like I don't have to do this alone. Like the biggest thing for me, whenever I was first trying to, change my life for the better, I was always so like I felt like I was doing it alone and I had nobody to help me along the way. And just knowing that God was there with me the whole time was a huge inspiration for me. And being able to walk by his side the whole way, I mean, it's changed my life completely. And like if I'm ever in a shitty situation or, I don't think things are going well or I fail at something and something bad happens to me, something bad happens at work or whatever, and I get upset, I get angry. I try to just sit back for a second and be like, okay, God's got a plan for me. Stuff's gonna happen, life's gonna happen, but the way I react to it is gonna be the biggest part of it. Like
100%.
if I look at a failure, be like, that's it, I'm done. Like I can't do this anymore. That's not gonna do anything for me. But if I can look at that failure differently and be like, okay, I'm one step closer. I'm one step closer. And God's right there with me. Like he puts these things in front of me for a reason, and he wants to see how I can overcome these problems in these situations in my life. And I realize how big a part faith plays in every aspect of your life. Because if you don't have faith in anything, I mean, you're not going to get anywhere. If you don't have faith in yourself, if you don't have faith, like it plays such a big, 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 big
Yeah,
part of your life. And like just having that feeling of you're not alone. That can help anybody. Just knowing that you're not alone and knowing that God's always going to be there for you. I'm kind of going off course here. I don't.
hey, but it needs to be
I,
said though. It needs to be said.
yeah.
Um, as far as business and personal though, what's been what's been kind of like the biggest growth there?
So again, like the big thing for me in the past, I was a sinful man. All I cared about was money, and the love of money is a sin by itself. But I don't want the money for myself. I want to be able to make money through, through the will of God. You know, helping others, building communities, getting people together. Like I want my money to be built on justice and true faith. And if I feel like I'm going off that course, I'm not going to do it. And if I have to hurt people, if I have to manipulate people, if I have to lie to people to get what I want, then I'm losing all my faith with God. I'm walking off that path. And if I see myself doing any of that, I'm cutting it off. I don't care how much money it is. You could offer me $10 million to be a complete asshole and to take advantage of people, and I would decline that money so fast. Like I want to build my money off of justice and true faith, and that's just the bottom line of it.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Like needs to be earned.
You
Need to
know,
be humble through the process. Can't do anything, I guess, too quick where you just don't realize, I guess, all right, like is this looks good, right? But is this who I am? Is this going to affect my craft, my character, I guess, in
yeah,
a
that's
way? Um, but yeah, I was gonna say the faith, the devotion every morning that we added in. So through the app, we added in devotion to God. So it's something that he checks off every freaking morning. He sees it, and he doesn't even look at it anymore. I mean, it's a habit now. It's a structure. I mean, you wake up, it's part of his day, and so is the reading and just trying to get, you know, the personal growth aspect of things too. Like he said, he was doing all these bad things and just had no structure, just being what most guys are, lazy and unmotivated and dopamine dependent. And the fact that the whole thing has switched, because I've seen him, he's been very disciplined in the gym, and to be able to switch everything into life, to be able to help out your life. Because fitness is just one aspect of things. It's just people think, oh, it's just for me to get in shape. Well, why is it for you to get in shape? Like, what's the biggest reason? Just to look better? There's a deeper meaning behind it. It's for yourself, it's for your family, it's for your kids one day, it's for everyone around you to show that you can look good and you can have confidence and you take care of yourself. You don't let yourself go. And I think that's been the biggest thing is just taking that in the gym, but also everywhere else. Everywhere else. We talked about uncomfortableness. being uncomfortable. We have 10 more minutes here, but we've talked about being uncomfortable and having uncomfortable conversations. And a lot of men fear from that because they just don't like to do it. And it's not fun to do because it's so uncomfortable just to tell somebody how it is, even if it's true, or to have a difficult conversation, whether it's with a boss, a family member, a girlfriend, anybody like that. And that's been a big thing for him too, is turning that switch and just being like, I'm gonna do it. It's just you sit there and you're just like, gosh, should I do it? It's like taking a risk. Should I sit there and should I do it?
Yeah.
Just do it. Just do it. So I'm gonna ask you this. You were already lifting. Why did coaching like still matter for you?
Well, it all goes back to the structure. I mean, having somebody to keep you accountable is enormous. Because like if you don't have anybody to push you, if you don't have anybody to hold you accountable, you're most likely not going to do the things that you need to do. I know some guys don't really need a coach, like they're very disciplined. They don't need that extra support, which is, you know,
Accountability, support.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's awesome that they can do that. But for a lot of people, they need that extra push. It's like NFL players, like how can they expect to get great by themselves? Like yeah, some of these guys have great talents, but they need to be coached
The
for their
second they,
certain
they, they need
talents.
another eye. They need another
Right,
eye at them. Yeah.
totally. And if you like again, and then those other guys will just go to the gym, not have any structure, or they go to their nearest commercial gym and find a PT that is overweight and doesn't know anything about fitness or health, and they'll pay him tons of money just for some nonsense to make them feel better. That's not coaching. PT, I mean, I guess it really depends on who you are, but it is
Right.
not coaching. It is not coaching. It is
What are they
just
doing outside of the gym? You know? I mean,
like,
not only in the gym, but like what are they doing outside of the gym? You know?
no. And like PTs won't really help you outside of the gym either. I mean, they'll help you inside the gym, maybe give you some workouts, some of these things, they're just I mean, it's just the workouts I see from most PTs is just straight bullshit. Like I have no disrespect towards PTs. I appreciate what they do, but some of them just don't care about their clients and they just want the money. But having an online coach like you, my friend, I mean, you hold me accountable for everything, even outside of the gym, my mindset, my business, my habits. I mean, you keep me in check. And I need something like that. A lot of guys need
Appreciate it.
something like that. And because a lot of guys go off track, maybe for 3 months, they're fucking killing it. Diet's good, training's good, habits are good, and then they slowly start to slip. And those guys don't have that guy like you to be like, hey, come on, lock in. And some guys, that's all they need. Like is a little push from the back, like a little wake up call, like, hello, come on, let's
Yeah.
work. And that's all they need sometimes. It's just that little push to keep them going. And that's where a lot of guys fail. They go off the deep
Yeah.
end and they keep sinking and they keep sinking, and then it's back to day one.
Yep. 100%, man. Like I say all the time, I wish like I could just transfer what I know and like what my habits are to like somebody else. I'm like, it's just so easy. I tell my mom, I'm like, this game is just so easy of just the habit forming, the eating habits, like having my safe meals, having so many different like ways to eat good and have high protein meals and just so many hacks and just staying disciplined and knowing the reason why I'm doing something. I tell you, I'm like, why am I even, I'll text them sometimes like, why am I even at the gym? I just worked a 12-hour shift. I just did this, just did that. I'm like dead. And it's just like, yeah, I'm still here. And I'm not only there, I always want to make sure if I'm going to be there that I'm going to train as hard as I can, as hard as
Mhm.
my mind and my body will let me right now.
Right.
So it's just eliminating the decisions, because you have so many decisions, just eliminating those, finding just a good structure, not looking up bullshit workouts or bullshit, I guess, diet plans. Oh, what diet should I do? Keto, all that, all those types. No, it's just finding the right structure, having some high protein, knowing what calories are, and get your steps in, work out. You don't need to work out 6 to 7 days a week, but it's just finding three 3 to 5 days of even two. If you there's some guys that are that busy, 2 workouts, even just showing up for yourself, and there's a bigger reason for yourself as we talked about. So, last question I'm going to ask you, Chandler. Who would you say would benefit from this program?
I mean, I could really say anybody. I mean, mostly, I mean, even young men to older men. I mean, just, I mean, for the younger guys who like really don't know themselves yet, or they're out partying like I used to do, just party, do drugs, not have any structure in my life. But like deep down, they want to change.
Hmm.
And, you know, those young guys might just need somebody to do that. But I will say the young guys are most likely to not commit, in my opinion. But I think that they would still benefit from having that kind of coach in their life. And, you know, the middle-aged to older men who are in their 40s or 50s, you know, kind of getting out of shape, you know, have kids, but they want to go do stuff with their kids, you know, play catch, go play basketball, go play football,
Yep.
just be able to do these activities with their kids but aren't able to because of their health. Or men who, you know, who are kind of lost in life, want to start their own business. They're not happy with their job, you know, their testosterone, you know, could be a little bit better. They could use a little extra boost in like almost every
Yep.
aspect of their life. I
Yep.
mean, these guys would benefit hugely from these kind of things, man. I mean, if I was in my 40s, didn't know what to do, I put on some weight. Like I used to be fit back in my 20s whenever I was younger. I used to be fit. I used to love working out, but now I'm
Yeah.
getting older. I don't have that much time anymore, or I say I don't have that much time, but in reality, I do. But just having somebody to be like, okay, what's your what's your schedule like? What are you spending your time doing? What are your eating habits like? You know, start to open their eyes to these things, and they're like, oh, you know, maybe I do have an extra hour on Tuesday to go hit the gym. Maybe if I switch out these meals for this, I could lose a little bit of weight. Maybe if I start doing this thing, like let's say, what if I don't watch TV for 2 hours a night and I go attend an online seminar, or I go read a book for 30 minutes.
Yep.
I go to learn something
Or I cut
instead
a
of
bad
just
habit out.
right.
I cut a bad habit out.
Yeah. I- like those small things can change their life. Like they get a little bit of momentum going. I mean, they can fucking climb
Do
mountains.
anything.
You know?
Yeah. Perfectly said. So I got the last minute here. I'm just gonna close it off.
Yep.
Yeah, but just perfectly like you said, man. Like it's just about making the decision and running with it and knowing the real reason why. You are gonna
Right.
get, I've heard so many times from people in this niche, the busy men, you get so much more respected, a lot more respect. Exactly. Start with the why. You just get so much more respect if you're in shape. It's not because, oh, this guy has the chest and the, no, people see that you're disciplined and you care about yourself and your body and others around you. So, Chandler, appreciate your time. Appreciate all the time. And we're going to keep working hard. Long road to go. Road to 240, baby. Appreciate you, man. I'll talk to
There.
you later.
Peace.
Peace, man.